Alright, you guys, what is up? Sure Goblin here, and on today's video I have something cool I want to review. Well, a few things I want to review. So just yesterday I had bought me a machete, and a few weeks from that I had gotten me another machete from online that me and my mom ordered a magazine, and we got 2 free machetes, even though I call it a knife. But this is the first one that I got recently, just yesterday from work. And it is a machete. It's a landscaper's select. I've already tested out in the my woods. It's pretty decent. It's very dull. It's not really that sharp. And like, it is sharp enough to actually cut through trees and stuff, like thick foliage, like you would in the jungle. But it's not sharp enough that it can kill a person. Like, it can do some serious damage if you hit somebody real hard in the hand or the head. What are you doing?
Where did you put my tomato?
On the table.
Did you see all these other tomatoes?
I did.
You didn't put that one on?
No, I just set it on the table. Sorry about that, it's my mom. She wanted to know where the tomato was, so I just told her it was on the table. So, like I was saying, anytime anybody, and I'm always gonna put out a caution like this, anytime anyone is ever using something like an axe, a knife, or a machete, always be extremely careful and never hit anyone with this thing, because it can injure them or kill them, depending on how you do it. So, I mean, this thing isn't a weapon. It is a tool. Well, it could be used as a weapon, I guess, for defense. Like if you were having your house invaded by someone. But, yeah, it's pretty good. I love it. It's pretty good. But like I said, this thing is not a weapon. It is a tool. So, always treat it like a weapon, because, I don't know. But it comes with a sheath, and this thing was like $17, but I got it for around $7, because since I work over Marvin's, I got 12% off, so I got it for $7 to $8, which is not bad. So I love it. It's pretty good. So the next one I'm about to show you, this one is not a machete. It is not something that you use. It is a display. And I had gotten it from a friend of mine, and I hope he doesn't mind me showing this on YouTube. This is the dragon sword. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys ever have one of these, but look at that. That is beautiful. And this thing is razor sharp. This thing has been kept clean and sharp, although it's got a little rust on it. But it is razor sharp, and even the spikes up top are sharp. And if you were to slice somebody's hand or try to cut their face or whatever, it would cause a lot of damage. And this is not a toy. This is not something that you go outside wielding around. This is not a tool. This is a weapon. And I don't use this as a weapon. I use this as a keepsake. And I am never taking this outside. This is the only time I'm ever taking it out of its sheath. I've been usually keeping it in and on my shelf. But it is deadly dangerous. And I do not recommend ever buying one of these if you have children around your house. Because if they get hold of it, then who knows what kind of mischief they could do. They could cut their own hand off. I've actually cut myself with this before, just trying to look at the blade, just doing this, and I've cut my finger. So it's deadly sharp. So I don't ever recommend any of this to anyone unless you are a collector like me, which I just started collecting knives recently. It's not something that I wanted to do, but ever since I got the Rambo knife, I've been wanting more knives and stuff, just for cool stuff. And I'm going to be buying me some more Rambo knives, especially the one from Last Blood, and that machete that he made in the forge in the movie. Now this is the last knife, and this is the one that I'd gotten from the magazine, where it gave us 2 magazines and 2 knives right here. And this reminds me a lot of Far Cry 4, because this is almost what the knife looked like in Far Cry 4, although the blade was a lot thinner up here, and it went thinner and thinner, and well, it went thicker and thicker, and it didn't come out as wide as this, but it came out like, you ought to look, like if you look on Far Cry, you'll see that there's a similarity within this. So, but once again, this is not a toy. This is a tool or a weapon. Especially, I guess, weapons that Spec Ops use, which I never even knew they used a weapon like this. So, always be careful, kids. So, yeah, here it is. Thing is razor sharp, nice serrated edge. And then it's got this, which is a chainsaw, which is a saw used to actually help. I don't really know what it's used for. Then it has this, which I'm guessing you could use against a flint and steel to help make fire or sparks or something. Or something that you can use to break glass or something well, I didn't break it, I just lightly tapped it like that. Ignore that. But yeah, it's deadly sharp. And this thing we got for free. We didn't have to pay for it. We only paid for the 2 magazines, and it just came with this for free. And I have one more of these that my mom has. And these things are, like I said, these things are not toys. They are not to be played around with. They are deadly serious and can injure someone if you use them inappropriately. And they can even hurt you. So always be careful with these things. They are not toys. And always remember that whenever you're handling these things. And the sheath for this one is sort of like, it's like silk. And look at that, I've already cut it. It's like plastic. And I've already cut into the material. Look at that. That's how sharp the knife is. And I've already cut it open right there, so. That's not really good fabric to use on stuff like that. Oh, I even did it right there too. So always be careful, kids, when handling this stuff. Now, I am going to take this one with me to the woods anytime I go to Laurel Hill. But these things, no. These things are not really good tools, and I don't recommend ever using them in the wilderness or anything. Unless you're in a video game, which then you could. And I think in the video game, Far Cry 3, they had a dragon sword. Because the blade was curved. If I can get that damn thing out. The blade was curved like this. And you could use it to kill people, and it was deadly dangerous. Although it looked like it was made out of stone, not iron or steel. Actually, it may have been made out of iron. I don't really know. It may have been forged. But from the way it looked in the game, it didn't look like it was made out of steel. It just looked like it was made out of stone. So, yeah, it's dangerous. So always be careful with these things. So, yeah, and later on I will be buying, well, maybe at the end of this year, maybe. This one's always hard to get in. And for those of you guys who are probably asking, can I have this thing? Can I have that thing? I promise I won't use it and stuff. No, you can't have it. It's mine. Got it from a good friend of mine. You can probably find them online, but they're probably worth $1 billion to actually get one. Or hundreds of dollars, maybe. I don't know how much they cost online. Just look up Dragon Sword. Or the Dragon Blade. I'm pretty sure there's some online that you guys can find. But unless you're a collector, don't be buying something like this, because that can cut your hand off. If I were you, I'd buy something more like this, because it's safe and dull, but it can still hurt someone. But never use it unless you're doing landscaping or whatever. So yeah, and this one I'm never gonna be using this one. I mean, I might take it with me to test it out in the wilderness, but I'm never going to really use it ever. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. What Rambo knife should I get next? I've already got the one from the First Blood. I want to try to get all of them. And I think First Blood was used in the first and second. And then the second one was used in the... I don't really know. I'm going to have to look them up, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. It would help me out a lot. I've already gotten 73 subscribers. I would like to try to get to 100 this year. And if we can get to 100, I got a little special surprise for you guys. But I can't do that, and I'm starting to bleed already. I gotta go and take care of that. But I can't give you guys the entertainment if you guys don't deliver. So, if you can deliver for me, I can give you that little surprise. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Sure Goblin out.